Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Trasher Football. It is the first week of the 14-team playoffs here in the last Dynasty with App State. Let me go ahead and refresh your memory by showing you guys the top 14 teams in the playoffs. So we have Texas A&M, USC, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Georgia, Clemson, Texas, Florida, Alabama, Colorado, Utah, Washington, SMU, and Appalachian State. First two teams get a bye in the playoffs, so we're going to be having to face the top remaining seed. And what's fascinating about this matchup right here is that this is a rematch from week one, where week two, where we defeated North Carolina 10-3. A rematch for the first round of the playoffs against North Carolina. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be wearing the yellow, or the gold, sorry. Actually, let's do a gold helmet with the white. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into this. Probably the most important game of the series thus far. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keenan Memorial Stadium, where we are back to face off in a rematch against Appalachian State, where the 14 Mountaineers will face off against the number 3 Tar Heels in one of the biggest rematches of the season thus far. We're going to kick off to get the ball at halftime, obviously, which is what we try and do. Going to try and get a good sound level for the game. And here we go. We're underway in North Carolina. And Hampton is going to knee it in the end zone. 11-2 and 11-1. App State's 2 losses were to Coastal Carolina and Georgia State. North Carolina's loss was to App State. Can North Carolina win the rematch and make it to the end of the playoffs? And not a great play right there by Drake May. Drake May takes a snap, going to drop back. The defender falls, which was kind of a good idea because it was a loss of 6 on the reception. All right, big third down and 16. Is Drake May and company going to go 3 and out on the first drive in the first round of the playoffs? Going to throw on the screen. And it's going to work. He's going to get far, and he broke off a couple of tackles to get the first. Big stop right there for the defense. 1st and 10. New set of downs, and the first down again. And then he broke off for a couple of more yards. Bryson Nesbitt, who killed our defense in the first time we played when we won 10-3 in the really defensive battle. All right, 1st and 10, going to go over the middle, incomplete. 2nd and 10. If App State wins this game, they will move on to a New Year's Six bowl game. I haven't checked the bracket because I don't remember. And it's intercepted by Clark! It is App State ball! And Drake May throws a pick on the first drive of the game. Ronald Clark with the interception. And Chase Bryce is going to lead the Mountaineers out for their first drive, followed by Cameron Peoples, the backup running back, after Nate Noel, whatever it was, got hurt in the one of the first few games of the season. And with the carry, it didn't get anything. Got a loss of 1. And Cameron Peoples catches it for a decent gain of 9. Third and 2 now. Gonna take it up the middle, and Cameron Peoples gets the first after a gain of 6 now. Man, this playbook I do not like. It'll be fine, though. They get an audible. And incomplete. Tried to fit it through the gap. Didn't get it worked. I'm going to try and hit this corner route on the tight end right here, Pearson. And it's picked off. Shouldn't have thrown that one. Man, that was bad. That was pretty bad. 1st and 10 now, though. Pilot tried to get in there. Only a gain of 2. With Elijah Green on the catch. 4 for 7, 32 yards at a pick. 2nd and 8 in App State territory. Drake May going to drop back and throw left again. And he's going to get close to the first. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Big 3rd down right here. They could probably grab 3 if they need to. He's going to throw it. Thought they were going to run. And Drake May's going to get sacked for a loss of 7 here. Wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. No, they're going to punt. Thought they were going to go for it. They did that in the first game, where we got a big stop in our own territory, and they would have went for it. But now they're going to go conservative here, and that's not a good punt. It is going to be behind the 25, though. I think he meant to do that on purpose. It's going to be on about the 19.5-yard line on the right hash. Going to go with a play action right here. Out to Horn. Gain of 8. Man, this is a very important game right here. Very important. Can a 2-loss Cinderella story of App State beat North Carolina at home in the rematch? And it's out to Wells for the 1st down. Christian Wells for a gain of 10. Big gain right there. Not a big gain, but it was good. Big as in good. Out to Wells again for the 1st down, a gain of 20. An even bigger gain right there. Man, I hate how glitchy the sound is. I don't know why it does that. 1st and 10 now with another play action. Out to Wells for the 3rd time and a gain of 19. Christian Wells has gotten back-to-back-to-back gains right there for the 1st down. I don't think it would hurt to run the ball here, though. 5 for 7, 66 yards at a pick. That's not awful. Gonna go with Cameron Peoples, and he's not gonna get anywhere. Yeah, Cameron Peoples has not been good on the ground this year. He's been a decent receiving back, but man, he has just been... I can't wait for the next season when we have a, hopefully, a more improved running back room, because this is inexcusable. I don't understand why he did that. I hit the juke, button on the right stick, and he didn't do anything. I know he moved left, but that was because I was trying to get him to move left while juking, and it didn't do anything. But that's the end of the 1st quarter, and it is tied 0-0. Big 3rd down right here for the Mountaineers. 3rd and 11. Gonna go with the 4 verticals, maybe try and hit this over the middle, and he's gonna be open for Wells again. 18 yards now. Now this is where things get tricky. Is now inside the red zone. We can't run the ball well in the red zone. Well, gain of 4, that's not awful. Gonna be on the 2-yard line now. Gonna try and go to the outside a little bit with Peoples, and he's not gonna get it. Cameron Peoples gets nothing on the run. Can we get it through the middle once more? I can't pass in the red zone. I don't want to Malcolm Butler this, and that's an easy touchdown for Cameron Peoples. And App State finally grabs 6 off the board. here early in the second quarter, and they take first blood. And they get the PAT, make it a 7-0 game. The Mountaineers are going to kick it off now to the Tar Heels. Drake May and company is going to get their chance at probably grabbing 6. If they pass the ball, they might get it. I mean, it depends. This is one of the best defenses statistically in the country. But there has been a couple of games that App State's defense has looked awful in. Look at the Coastal Carolina game and the Georgia State game. There's been a couple of games where the defense has looked awful. But if North Carolina can grab points off the board, then it won't be needed. 2nd and 11 after a loss of 1. One of the best rushing defenses, but also we gave up, I think, like 200 rushing yards against Georgia State. They ran the ball down our throats. 2nd and 11. Went for the hit stick, didn't work. He just slid right past me, and that's a gain of 19, Elijah Green. Yeah, I hate how glitchy the sound is. Holy cow. I'm turning that down so you guys don't go insane. Gonna go out with the screen, and he's gonna get loose. Can Ross catch him? And he's going to, and he's gonna be downed. Bryson Nesbitt. Of course it was Nesbitt. He was their best receiver in the game against us in week 2. 1st and 10 now. And that's going to be only a gain of 1 to Elijah Green. Second and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Third and 9 now. Big third down here in the red zone for the Tar Heels. Can the defense stop North Carolina? And Earl fell, of course. And they're going to stop them. Make it 4th and 2 now. And they're going to grab 3 off the board. Good stop for the defense. Kick is up. And it's good. Makes the score 7-3. North Carolina has already now matched the amount of points that they scored last time that these two teams played earlier in the season. Tucker with the kickoff. It's not horrible. We need to score before we go to half. Oh, I hate this freaking route right here. Every time I see circle, I always assume that it's square. And Chase Bryce is just immediately sacked. Didn't even see it coming. Now 2nd and 13. Chase Bryce saw Robinson. He didn't get it. He didn't get it onto him though. He was open. That would have been a big play. App State is 3 for 3 on 3rd down, but this is the biggest 3rd down conversion of the game so far. 3rd and 13, and it's out to Davis, and he dropped it. And App State is now going to have to punt. Not a good look right here for App State. And they're going to take it. Oh, and McCollum gets smacked after a gain of 7 on the punt return. Well, they're going to get it on the 45 in North Carolina territory. Just only 55 yards away from scoring. And Ross tried to tackle him too early, and he gets the first down. J.J. Jones. And Drake May's looking pretty good. First and 10 now. 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4 to Nate McCollum. And the defense is starting to give in a little bit. We can't be having the defense give in. The defense gives in, we lose the game. And that's going to make it 3rd and 6 now. All right, big third down right here. Incomplete. 4th and 6. And they're going to go for it. Fourth and 6 now. And they're going to get it. Missed a couple of tackles there. First and 10. And Dublin tackles him after a gain of 6. Second and 4. And it's going to go over the middle for another first. 56 seconds remaining. North Carolina has 1 timeout. First and goal now. And he's going to go right. And he's going to get tackled. Marion Hampton gets tackled by Ross, and they're going to go with the no huddle right here. Second and goal. They still have a timeout remaining. They're going to go hurry. And, oh, awful defense right there. And North Carolina, the setup was great. It just didn't work. And North Carolina now takes the lead with 40 seconds remaining. It would be nice to grab 3 here. With 40 seconds remaining until halftime, still have all 3 timeouts. First and 10. I don't want to throw a pick and rush it on accident, though. That's not what I meant to throw it to, but okay. Thankfully, it wasn't picked. 7 for 12, 84 yards and a pick. That's not great. There's Dalton Stroman. Jeez. Nothing's working. They still have that 1 timeout because we can't run the ball. We'd have to punt, and they'd want to score and take a 2-possession lead. We need to get the first, and it's dropped by Pearson. And this is going to be the second punt for App State. On 4th and 10 now. And McCollum just gets demolished again on the punt return. Yeah, their second quarter has been way better than the first. It's very clear. They still have 1 timeout. They can grab 3 maybe. First and 10. And it's complete for the first. Copenhagen? Copenhagen? I don't know. Incomplete. Second and 10 now. This is not good. Incomplete. The pressure got to him. Third and 10 now for the Tar Heels. With 11 seconds left. And they're going to get it over the middle, kind of. And North Carolina's going to call a timeout. They're going to heave one up to the end zone. And it's incomplete. They still have 1 second remaining. Oh, it was a 4th down. That's right. It was the 4th down conversion. Maybe we can heave one up here. First and 10. There's people in the area, but no, it's incomplete. And that will take us to halftime, and North Carolina has a 10-3 lead. But at least we get it in the second half to start. And North Carolina's defense has looked really good in the second quarter. First and 10 now for the Mountaineers. Fans getting loud. It's incomplete. Nobody was open. Thankfully, he didn't get sacked. I mean, look at the difference of total yards. Second and 10. Sacked again. Nobody was open. This is not good. Offensive line is actually costing us the game. Third and 18 now. Out to Davis. He's going to be a yard short. We need to go for it, man. We need to go for it. Where's ISO? It's somewhere in my most recent plays. He's out to Deshaun Davis for his first catch of the game. Big fourth down if they don't get it. That's a big mistake. And Cameron Peoples easily gets the first. Cameron Peoples, 7 rushes, 15 yards. Now you guys understand why he's not been good this season. I mean, he is the backup for a reason. Out to Stroman, he got it. It's going to be second and inches. Man, I want to run it, but I'm not going to get the first if I run it, unless it's an ISO. It's the only run play that works with Cameron Peoples. Any other play where it's not an ISO up the middle, it doesn't work. And Peoples with another gain of 3 for the first. 8 rushes, 18 yards, and a touchdown, man. First and 10. Gonna go with the play action. Gonna have to throw it away. There was nobody open and I was about to get sacked. Man, rolling left was not a good decision there. Second and 10, 3:12 remaining in the third quarter. And it's incomplete. Man, 9 for 20, 111 and a touchdown. That's not good. Big third down right here. Third and 10. Almost picked off. It's going to be 4th and 10 now. And App State's going to have to punt again. I'd like to punt it out of bounds right here. Maybe could have made it a little bit more to the left, though. Not bad. Not bad. It's hard to coffin punt in this game, or coffin corner punt. First and 10. Gonna go with a jet sweep. And it works for a gain of 5. Got a man in motion. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. Big third down right here. Just wide open. And Lawson Jr. with the tackle. First and 10 now for the Tar Heels. Wow, gain of 2. Man, this game is annoying me. 2nd and 8. Dublin tried to tackle him, but he bounced off of him. A gain of 6. 3rd and 2 now. And it's not going to work. They're going to lose 3. Elijah Green loses 3 on the reception. And now they're going to have to punt it to App State. And that's a good punt by North Carolina. At the 30. Peoples dropped it again. Our people can't hold on to a football. Like, the catching on this team is legit one of the worst I've ever had to do in a Dynasty. It's kind of embarrassing. Incomplete again. Please don't go 4 and out or 3 and out, whatever. This is a big third down right here. Man, I had circle wide open. But the offensive line just choked it again. The problems are the receivers and the O-line. Inaccurate quarterback, wide receiver who can't run. This team's just bad. I don't know how we've made it this far. And Tucker, our punt return man, tackles their punt return man. 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Minute 20 remaining in the third. Wow. Big tackle. 2nd and 6 now. I think they throw it here. We need to put pressure on Drake May. No, they're going to run it. And it didn't work. Man, we should have stopped him multiple times. Maybe they throw it here now. Nope, they're going to go with the option because the running game is just working and he just shoved the man right off of him. And they're going to run the ball again. This might be their, like, 4th or 5th run in a row. Nope, they're going to pass here on 2nd and inches, and it's going to work for the easy first. This is not good. Guys, this is not good. You got tripped up, but another first down. And that's going to enter the 4th quarter now. As we're in the 4th quarter, they have the ball with the lead. Second and 3 now. Out to Nesbitt. Gonna run it. Got the first. Man. Losing in the first round of the playoffs. And he saw it coming. He just missed it. And they take a 2-possession lead, and North Carolina's probably going to win this game. App State's going to be knocked out of the playoffs in round 1. This is what it's looking like. First and 10 now. Can App State make the comeback? Out to Stroman for the first. Gain of 11. Chase Bryce has not looked good this game. Out to Dalton Stroman again for a big first. Gain of 23 now. No, I don't know if I trust Peoples right here. Out to Robinson, and he dropped it. He was wide open, and he dropped it. Catch the ball! You gotta grab it with your hands! The catching in this team is awful. That was a wide open first down. Easy play, but he dropped it. If you're dropping easy, you should lose your scholarship. And Pearson dropped it again. He had it in his hands, and he dropped it. 3rd and 10 now. And Wells dropped it again. We need to go for it. 4th and 10. Caught by Stroman. And he got it. Just barely got it. But time's ticking. Under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Out to Davis for another first. And they need to start hurrying some things up right here. 1st and 10. Incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10 now. And he gets sacked. That's not good. Had nobody there. At least that I saw. Big 3rd down and 18 now. Incomplete. We need to grab 3 here. Kick is up. It's good. All right, we still have 3 timeouts. We can stop North Carolina. Get the ball back, maybe score, taking it to overtime. If the defense can stop them, we can win this game. Okay. Well, I'm not going to call a timeout here. I know that they're going to try and run down the clock, though. Because they're just going to get the first anyways. Yes, I know, I know. Alright, 2nd and 2 now. And they got the first. But they did run out of bounds. It stops the clock. Re-wipes it right there. I was worried I would have to call a timeout after the first down game. No, the clock's still running. Why is the clock still running? He went out of bounds. Oh boy, now it's looking bad. Wasted a couple of seconds there. And that's not good. We're gonna lose now. Wow. Defense chokes again. Third and 10, but that's gonna take time off the clock. If we can get the stop, maybe get the ball with 20 seconds. That's going to cause them to punt. Oh boy. All right. Let's get this punt off. Gonna go back in the end zone. 23 seconds. And no timeouts. We need all the corner routes that we can take here. Personally, Davis looks like the perfect one to me. So we need to take all these. Wow, okay, just run away from the ball then. Let's try Dalton Stroman then. Okay, go out of bounds. All right, 1st and 10. And Wells goes out of bounds now. All right, we need to hit a 4 verts here and maybe get a couple of seconds and then some sort of play. Oh, I should have threw it to R1. Oh, boy. We're going to have to heave it up with a Hail Mary. Actually, no. We need to go for a 4 verts again. We can stop the clock on a spike. We just need to get it out quickly. Okay. Spike it. Spike it. 4 seconds left. 3 now. Oh, boy. All right. The Hail Mary. Does Appalachian State continue and take this game into overtime? It's caught! It's caught! Touchdown! Appalachian State! And Appalachian State with the last second Hail Mary attempt. And North Carolina is going to try and freeze the kicker, but it's not going to work. They're going to get the extra point and take this game into overtime. In the first round of the playoffs. What a drive by App State. Oh my gosh, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Even if we lose this game, we have that to remember. Gonna get a gain of 4. Nate McCollum. Oh my gosh. Whew. 2nd and 6. Gonna run with it. Gonna get 1 yard now. Big 3rd down right here on the first drive of overtime. 3rd and 5 now. Hanksy Pilot with the stop. That's going to be 4th and 1. They're going to go for the field goal here. Kick is up. And it's good. As long as we don't throw a pick. Pearson had it with one hand, but he dropped it. Whew. Man, this game has made me so nervous. Second and 10. Out to Robinson in the first. Oh, man. Out to Cameron Peoples. Got nothing. My heart is beating so fast here. No, and it's picked off! And North Carolina is gonna win in overtime! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's all I can say is, oh no! Oh, Circle had it open! And the linebacker with the pick. Oh, that was not good. 19 for 43, 259, a touchdown, 2 picks. Wow, 8 rushes, 18 yards, and a touchdown. 28 for 38, 254, touchdown and a pick. 39 yards on the ground. Okay, well, let's simulate the rest of the playoff and look at the results. Well, in these playoff games, Clemson defeated Utah. Alabama defeated Florida. Georgia defeated Washington in overtime. Oklahoma absolutely dominated SMU. That was the Cheez-It Bowl. We simmed that in the live stream. And Colorado defeated Texas in the opening round. Let's move it on to the second round. Alright, and here we are now in the quarterfinals. Alabama and Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl. Georgia and Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. USC and Colorado in the Sugar Bowl. And Clemson and North Carolina in the Cotton Bowl. Alright, now in the quarterfinals, let's go through these games. Georgia and Oklahoma, the winner. Saw it first place second. Georgia defeats Oklahoma. Now Clemson and North Carolina. Come on, Clemson. Just do it for the sake of it. And Clemson wins 20... No, North Carolina won. It showed it up as a lie. North Carolina wins and continues. My bad. Now Colorado and USC. And USC will win 31-24, knocking out Colorado. And in the last one of the quarterfinals, Alabama and Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl. Who won it? Didn't see it. In Texas A&M, the number 1 Aggies defeat Alabama. Let's move on to the semifinals now. All right, and here we go. Texas A&M and Georgia in the Peach Bowl. USC and North Carolina in the Fiesta Bowl. Let's go ahead and see who the 2 winners are that'll make it to the national championship. All right, here we go. The 1 seed and the 5 seed. Texas A&M and Georgia in the Peach Bowl. The winner... I did not see it. Am I an idiot? Well, Texas A&M beats Georgia. Texas A&M's moving on to the national championship. Here we go, North Carolina and USC. It is won by USC. So the number 1 and the number 2 team will face off in the national championship. Here we go, number 1 Texas A&M Aggies, number 2 USC Trojans at NRG Stadium for the national championship. Let's go ahead and watch that game together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Man, oh man, oh man. The national championship game between USC Trojans and the Texas A&M Aggies, and there's no sound right here. We are here in NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, for the number 1 and the number 2 seed in the national championship. All right, here we go. Late in the national championship, USC has the ball, down 3 with 1:48 remaining in the game. 1st and 10, and he's going to get sacked. Caleb Williams gets sacked. They're going to go with the no huddle here. On 2nd and 17, he's going to spike the ball. All right, 3rd and 17 now. They have no timeouts remaining. 1st and 31. Can Caleb Williams do it? The screen pass. Idiotic decision. Going to be 4th and 10. They're still going to have another chance. Can Caleb Williams lead USC to a national championship? On 4th and 10, can they convert? And a handoff? What are you doing? What are you doing? And Texas A&M would score again as they tried to take time off the clock. And ladies and gentlemen, Texas A&M is the national champions as they knock off Caleb Williams and company against USC. And man, that was something to end the season. Yeah, do not add to user. I did not play that game. All right. And we're going to do a little bit of an off-season ceremony, so we'll be back during that after I do a little bit of recruiting. All right, time to go over all of the seniors leaving. And Chase Bryce, the starting quarterback, not the greatest way to go out. Last play as a Mountaineer with an interception that loses your game in the first round of the playoffs. Let's go over his stats. I don't know why it did. Oh, that's right, because I changed the year in the Dynasty. So these are all, the total was his entire year. I know that it says it was 2 different years because it jumped 10 years, but that's not what we meant. So he was 177 for 328, 2,815 yards, 16 touchdowns to 23 interceptions, an average of 201 per game, a 128.1 QB rating, 54% completion, an average of 23 per attempt, longest pass of 44, sacked 17 times. He did get 40 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Chase Bryce, for the first year of the App State Dynasty. We did not play. Oh, he had 1 rush. Thank you, Daytrick Harrison. Fullback, no. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Tyler Page had 1 reception for 23 yards. Thank you for being a Mountaineer. Christian Wells, 21 receptions for 347 yards and 2 touchdowns. Longest of 36. Thank you, Christian Wells, for playing with the Mountaineers. Oh no, losing Pearson's gonna hurt. Henry Pearson, 21 receptions, 397 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was a pretty good tight end. Thank you, Henry Pearson. Luke Smith at left guard. Austin Reeves is wanting to transfer. Will win more than 9 games. Okay, he's transferring. And middle linebacker. Oh no, we're losing Dublin. 67 tackles and a forced fumble. And a fumble recovery. And Trey Cobb, 5 tackles on the year. Kayshawn Brown, 3 tackles on the year. Quarterbacks, Dexter Lawson Jr., 3 picks, 30 tackles, 5 for a loss, 5 deflections, and a forced fumble. And Stephen Jones Jr., 42 tackles, and a sack, 4 passing deflections. Caleb Dawson, the free safety, did not play. Strong safety kicker. We're losing the punter, Clayton Howell. 20 punts, an average of around 40 per punt. A lot of net yards, a couple of touchbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2023 going into 2024 of the App State Last Dynasty series. Thank you to all of you for being a video game character. I do want to just go over Cameron Peoples' stats a little bit. 143 rushes for 583 yards, an average of 4.1 per rush, 48 per game, 17 touchdowns, longest rush of 26. Goodness gracious, all right. I know Dalton Stroman had some good games. He was probably our best. We look through here, Cameron Peoples. Well, that's rushing stats. We need to look at receiving. And Christian Horn, Deshaun Davis, who's probably our best. Caden Robinson was pretty decent. Henry Pearson. That's going to hurt losing him. It's really going to hurt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have one transfer coming in, and that's Ty Simpson, the redshirt freshman backup quarterback from Alabama. That's interesting. That's really interesting. We had nobody drafted, but it looks like we have somebody to start over Ryan Berger, which is something we desperately needed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do what I've said that we would do. Let's put App State in the ACC. What division are we going to put them in? Let's put them in the Coastal, so that way, I mean, it makes sense. And, I didn't mean to swap it. Can I swap it with this? Nope. Okay. Well, Georgia Tech, you're moving to the Atlantic. That's not a bad choice. Now I gotta move around the SEC and, the new Big Ten now. Here's the new SEC for all of you wondering. I did it in Oklahoma and Texas. Can't turn divisions off, but I tried my absolute best to fit it perfectly. Here's the new Big Ten. I did have to take out Northwestern and Rutgers. I moved them both to the American. I feel like that would have just been, I guess, a good idea. Probably not. But here's the new Big Ten. I tried to separate the Western teams a little bit from the Pac-12. I did forget to add Cal and SMU to the ACC, but I don't see a team that I would want to remove to add SMU, so sorry SMU fans. We did add Cal, though, like they're supposed to, even though they're on the West Coast. That makes no sense. Alright, here's the new Big 12 right here. I think this is also a very respectable one right here for all of you curious. Also, this is what the Pac-12 is going to have to look like. I forgot to add Stanford, too, to the ACC. Yeah, there's just no room. The conference realignment in this game kind of stinks. So, yep, the Pac-12 is now the Pac-4. Oregon State, Stanford, Utah State, and Washington State. I had to add a team for the Mountain West. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll put us into the preseason of Year 2, 2024. This is definitely going to be interesting. As here's our schedule for the first year in the ACC. FCS Midwest, then the bye week. And then, obviously, I didn't mean to put at Mid-Tennessee State, but it's going to be home against Middle Tennessee State. Home against Louisville. Home against Penn State. Let's make that an away game. Clemson at App State. Bye week at Georgia Tech. Home against Virginia. At Duke. Home against North Carolina in the rematch. At Pittsburgh. At Virginia Tech. And then home against Miami. Yes, I'm looking at you, Swag Kane, if you made it this far into the video. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you tuning in for a wonderful 11-3 season for the first season of the last Dynasty. Hopefully we can get about maybe 2 more seasons in before the College Football 25 video game. A lot of you guys know how important this series is to me. It's grown a lot. It's really grown a lot. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later for episode 1 of Season 2.